Welcome to Job Reveals. Many times we don't know why God is doing what he's doing. It's vignette number 4. I hope that you are reading the book of Job from the Bible, even if it's not but a chapter or so a day, because again, it will help you as we go along. However, today we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 29, verses 16 through 20. And this has to do with when the children of Israel came out of Egypt. And so it just kind of gives you an example of why problems would come to them. For you know that we dwelt in the land of Egypt, and that we came through the nations which you passed by, and you saw their abominations, their idols, which were among them, wood and stone and silver and gold. So that there may not be among you a man or woman or family or tribe whose heart turns away today from the Lord our God, to go and serve the gods of these nations, and that there may not be among you a root bearing bitterness or wormwood, and so it may not happen when he hears the words of this curse, that he blesses himself in his heart, saying, I have peace, even though I follow the dictates of my heart, as though the drunkard could be included with the sober. The Lord would not spare him, for then the anger of the Lord and his jealousy would burn against that man, and every curse that is written in this book would settle on him. And the Lord would not blot and his Lord would blot his name out from under heaven. Deuteronomy 29, 16 through 20 again. So, obviously, a person who goes against the word of the Lord will reap the consequences, and that's what he's talking about there. We reap what we sow. You could also say it that way. We do reap what we sow. And that's very, I don't see how anybody could not believe that we get what we get what we do. What happens to us is based on what we do. So then we have to ask the question, is this what happened to Job? He reaped what he sowed. Was Job being perfected by suffering? So there's two things, that you hear said about Job. Well, he must have, even his own friends will find out, must have thought, well, Job did something wrong. He has sinned in some terrible way. That's why all these terrible things have come upon Job. Or maybe God was perfecting him, but by letting him suffer. And then we have to think about this verse here. Then the Lord said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil? So you see, the Lord himself declares Job to be righteous. We will see that through Job, we all have a problem, in that in suffering there is sometimes seemingly no explanation for it. This is such a very hard statement, and one none of us, I believe, would like to hear. And that is, sometimes we're going to suffer, sometimes immensely, and there is no reason we can find for it. We just have to trust God in his sovereignty, that everything happens for a purpose in his economy, but doesn't necessarily make sense to us. And the secret things belong to our Lord. But those things which are revealed belong to our children forever, that we may do all the works of this law. We must understand that God has secrets, yet we still need to honor him. And that's all I have for today, just because it's a hard piece to bite off, that sometimes suffering happens. Sometimes people lose a child or a spouse or any number of horrific events. And this world is going to have unbelievable trouble that's never been seen before. So how do we deal with it? Well, we just have to understand that God is in control. We may not understand why these things come to us, but just trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. God bless you. Till next time.